Hello, this is a Platinum Sigma VOD review, and the post on this one mentions they were on a bit of a losing streak, and it felt like they weren't actually making a difference. Nothing they do matters, so we'll go through. This is a good Sigma map. I've been playing Sigma on the maps that are good for him, at least in competitive. So we'll go through, see where you set up and everything. Sigma should be able to make it pretty hard for people to get out.
Did you skip dinner again? Yeah.
But we're coming out. Good rock. And spam, spam, spam. Yep, this is a good why Sigma's good. And at this point, we do have information there. Some might be going through train. So a lot of times, if you take a lot of damage, or if you think they might split train, Sigma will set up here. You might be in a little too deep, depending on how they play it. But it's good we're playing cover and we're spamming. Those, let's just go back. And we're doing good, we're spamming. We just don't want to use as much of our resources, because notice how you can be here, or I wouldn't recommend being here, but you were here, you were here. You can take almost no damage, just peek, double orb, hide, peek, double orb, hide. You can do that basically till the end of time, and then when they come in, then you use your abilities. We're just gonna watch how you use your abilities here. If you hide for 2 seconds, you also get this Discord off you, so you would basically just let the Discord drop off you and then poke again. So there's just a lot of small things going wrong at once here. We're still discorded. It's been like 10 seconds of being discorded. Oh, we peaked like literally a 1/10 of a second too soon to get the Discord off. We're still discorded. We used all our shield before they even like came forward. And then we ate a couple Diva rockets. Like, once this Maywall drops, this Diva should just fling themselves forward. And it'll probably work at this point. Oh, good thing that Genji's an idiot. That's the only thing that saved you here. There's a huge opening for the other team now, when you have no shield and no grasp. And I think you ate some other spam damage with your grasp. So you got at least some overhealth. But yeah, spam. It's okay to be a little more aggressive here and use like half your barrier just to not let this Diva remech. They're not gonna really kill you if you step forward because they don't have a tank. So. Yeah, that's... Barrier initialized. But good timing, and maybe even a second earlier on the barrier. Like, that's sort of when you use the barrier, is when they start crossing into this area, is when you put this up. And their Genji just got a crazy deflect, but at this point, and you keep spamming them, your teammates can see you. And then this is where Sigma actually can back up if it gets really hectic. You lost one. So pull the barrier, use your grasp, and back up. Then reset the barrier, poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke, poke over here, and that's sort of how you play it. You don't want to get run over here. So Sigma actually does this thing where he backs up mid-fight in cases like this. Okay, you did it. You pulled the barrier. You used grasp earlier, but so they might punish you, but I like the movement here. And as soon as you weren't gonna stop that Diva. The only thing that can stop Diva is really rock. So I'd be in here with your Genji. Just they full sent it. Just start doing the double orb melee combo on these guys. Put a shield out here and dance in it. Just that going for that Diva is not gonna work unless you have a good rock, which I guess you do, but it's a little late.
It's about to get real. Objective remains meaningless. Stop the payload.
We're coming out. We're gonna see if we can at least get top here.
Hello.
Good rocks again. That Genji is just a feeder, so I mean, you are making a difference. Your ability usage was just pretty bad, and you let them walk through, and because of that and the failed diva peel, but I mean, your aim's good. Good job getting the Discord off you. And I wouldn't have even dropped for that. You just gotta trust him to not do that. And you've got your ult, so if you think you get a good shot on backline, do that, but for now this is fine. Yeah, so that's good, and their what is it? Trans ran out, but their Sojourn was just a good target, so we don't need to ult here really. Good rock attempt. And I don't know why you're not going for these cleanup kills, because there's technically still a fight going on that your teammates had a small chance of losing, but setting up is fine. And it's okay to use like a third of your barrier just to spam out the Sojourn. They're not going to be full rushing you anytime soon. But we're doing the corner poke, so I mean, this is good stuff. And we're gonna wait for them to actually come in. I just want to see you proactively use the ult. That's fine, she forced you out. And I wouldn't use the rock, like, the diva has to be killable if you're gonna rock. Or they're rushing your teammate. It's honestly almost a good thing to get rock there as diva, because then you go, okay, for the next 10 seconds, if I go in on a target, or go here, or something, I'm not gonna get rocked in the back, so don't rock just for spam damage. Rock to stop the diva, or to when the diva's killable. Wouldn't be a terrible time to ult after we force like a Moira fade. If she fades to the diva, we can ult it. We've just been holding on to ult for a while. Okay, well I predicted that pretty well, honestly. I thought you'd have to shoot her at least, but yeah, your teammates went back up top, so yeah, the issue is just you just have to choose here. There's no really right answer. Help team or stop payload, because every time you leave, they just push payload. I think they've got it. Like a snapshot looking at your team, I think they've got it. Just get payload. That's a good rock. Like, okay, you foiled the diva's plans there. She actually used her movement ability, and then you rocked her and stopped her, and now she's stuck in the middle of nowhere, so. Which means you can even solo ult the diva, and maybe even get the Moira or the Mercy. But I'm just like, use the ult, use the ult. That diva has no movement ability. And you can use a barrier there. I mean, it's a pocketed Sojourn. Kind of dangerous. Because there's a world where a Sojourn gets 2 there instead of 1, and actually messes you guys up. That Genji's just dumb. Don't drop into the street again. Just trust they'll get out. Both teams' Genjis are pretty dumb. No. Yeah, and that's I honestly, when I spectate my own VODs, I do that a lot. You take damage from an unexpected direction and just on reaction grasp it, but I mean that was a Moira beam, so it's better just to barrier and back up and try and use grasp for the burst damage. Because if that diva waits this out and then flings herself at you with micro missiles, that's when you want the grasp. Yeah, like if we could micro missiles this, we'd get our 200 overhealth or so, and then we can keep going and sustaining and all that stuff. So luckily your team's got it. Touch! Oh my god! Oh my god! Good stuff though. So I mean, you're still holding the line pretty well, poking them out, spamming them out. So feels like we're having an impact to me. I mean, Sigma can really be good on defense if their other team isn't coordinated. So, and at this point, they probably got Val. That and, I mean, I guess I'd assume they have Blade because it's been so long. Their Genji keeps dying, so they don't have it though. But I'm just trying to think of things that can ruin your good hold here. Yeah, that's another sort of, I guess it's risk reward, because if you rock her, she's gonna die, so that's fine. A bit early on that grasp again. You got all of 45 over health, so try and hold on to it a little longer, because we've seen it multiple times this VOD review. You use it early. Oh, good try on the melee. Back to payload, because that's where there's gonna be a fight. And I like that barrier, just give your support something. It's always awkward when you split a Sigma, but this isn't a terrible spot. You can just shoot down on them, farm ult. Yep. So the problem's gonna be on attack then, which I can see where that is. Sigma can be harder on attack. But this is a good Sigma defense. And if you need to throw a barrier up, it should be on the Sojourn, biggest threat to your team. And you grasp with full health again. I hate how I say the word grasp, but it's the thing where he eats damage.
Sorry.
Okay. And sometimes I'll even split maps where I'll have this great Sigma defense, and on attack I'm like, you know what, let's go Winston or Hazard. But this is hard for both of those characters, so in this case staying Sigma's fine. But huge Mei wall. And our abilities are going to come up, so yeah, just spam for 2 seconds and then walk. Like, you need to get in there. You're a long-range character, but this is... You're up one. You've got your abilities. You just need to... Even, like, barriering here can stop Moira healing. So, full send it. You're not a long-range character. In this case, you're a tank. On attack, go forward. Okay, you at least got the Moira out, so now Ram can die. Poke, poke, poke. And that grasp is fine because it's super early and you were just getting some early overhealth. It's fine to use grasp super early to where you'll get it again when the fight happens, so. And you just want overhealth. But this is good, just spam the doors, they'll be half health before they even get through. Maybe take one look over here to see, because whenever there's two entrances, this is the main one, but I'll occasionally glance over. And this is the worst case scenario, the high damage DPS, something a Sojourn or Cassidy, they can come out and ruin your day. So what you can do is barrier here, because this is the most dangerous guy, and then just spam main. Because it's honestly, you don't even need a barrier to like poke out, spam, back out, poke out. So Sigma can do two things at once. Barrier here, and just spam these guys to death. They're not really going to do anything. It's the cast that'll fuck this up. Okay, good job getting him. And at least toss a barrier behind you. Okay, you're all going for Genji. Back to doing two things at once. Like, just barrier the spam, and then you all run a Genji. And once this form runs out, I want you to run at him. Just run at this guy as soon as his punch form runs out. Like, orbs, barrier to about here, and then just walk and dance around the barrier as needed against his staff. We gotta actually tank here. His team's coming back. I don't like how passive you're being. And now he's full health, he's not gonna die at this point. Just try and find someone else to kill. You can't even eat those? That might have been another panic like you did with the Moira. Just a panic grasp. Health pack behind you, good job. Keep going, like don't even look at this ram now. Get those two guys, yeah. Barrier, you've got full barrier and there's a literal brawl happening. Use your barrier. Good try, you just missed it. Yeah, so I think you were so passive that everyone was able to slowly come back from spawn and ruin that, so. Sometimes as Sigma, you really do need to be in people's face doing the orb melee combo. And when you're up people, they just use his nemesis form. That's the time to turn into a face tank brawler, even on Sigma.
Hi. A revelation was within my reach.
Okay, he used an early nemesis, so this will be a great time to walk forward and ult in about 3 seconds. Just keep poking and then go forward in a few seconds. I don't even, this is too many ults, I'm not sure what you should do, to be honest. Good rock on the Sigma, or not the Sigma, the Genji. And that's this is when things get super hectic, like who is here with you? Okay, you got both your supports, so you can keep spamming the Moira, and then go forward.
What is it?
And the way to do that, you can, because first time he used his nemesis super early, right? You can do the same thing and just poke the Moira and the Ram until you force some abilities. You actually did try, and you can't just walk forward into a Ram that has his nemesis form as Sigma. You gotta poke him out, basically force it out of him, and then go. Your supports have you though, so this is all's well that ends well. It's gonna end in a few seconds.
Actuating the barrier.
Good spam. That's just unfortunate. Your Genji died again, but you were doing the right thing. Sigma has the option to swing out wide and actually poke these people out, which is why he's good on attack, because it's awkward to be any other tank here. Yeah, just play around Ram's nemesis form a little more. And your Genji's an idiot, but they had an idiot Genji too. We're Orisa now. Okay, I think we're just tilted now, but if you can even go in here, you can spam them down, but you gotta wait for your team to be ready, and they're not. Because I VOD review, I had a bad map on this one time, and I looked, and as soon as things got bad on attack, I would full send it down main, and my team wasn't ready, which usually I'm good about that, but I'd just wait for your Genji to come back. 3 seconds. Meanwhile, you can just poke the Sigma, keep your health. Yeah.
Strike them now.
You can shoot him just as soon as you passed here to shoot him, you took way too much damage because Ram's block is really good. So you just baited yourself there, you thought you had it, and you you took so much damage. Yeah, and are we gonna get a touch? No. Yeah, so I think as soon as they were going Ram on defense, you gotta just poke out the Nemesis form, and then when Nemesis form is out, then you go aggressive. You gotta have 2 different play styles depending on if that ability is up or not. Because when the one time you had point, you got super passive and let him just put his shield out and stabilize and all that. And when he did have Nemesis, he would take tons of damage trying to go in. When you can just poke him out as Sigma, just take the fight in 2 stages, force out the ability, wait it out, and then go. So I don't think you were doing that. You were just sort of running down main and shooting what you could and seeing what happens. But they were on a counter pick basically on defense because you have to go to that corner. On when you were on defense, you can actually just stay back and spam it, so it's not a big a deal. So I hope you saw those were the issues, mainly on attack. Your defense was good, minus some ability usage, but I hope those tips help.